Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to part 27 of my Tsukihime playthrough. So we started the Hisui playthrough, her route in the last episode, and it's just zipping by. It's going pretty similarly. We have Yumizuka Satsuki, the whole thing with her being a vampire, but there were like little hints of Hisui. Like we got a flashback to how she would just stare at us from the window, wasn't allowed to go outside, and she gave us a ribbon before we left to say to like give it back to her someday. Funny enough that this ribbon is apparently very important to Shiki, and yet he's never mentioned it in any of the other routes. But she seemed to be kind of indifferent when he tried to give it back to her. But we are dealing with the aftermath of killing Satsuki, as you know, the previous playthrough. So anyway, let's continue on and see if we get some more insight on, you know, the girl that we're actually doing the route for. So yeah, let's get back into it. I wake from a long sleep. The sunshine from the window looks closer to midday than morning. It must be because of how late I got back last night. It seems I've overslept. Dragging myself up from bed, I look down at my hand. The sensation of how I stabbed Yumizuka remains. 2 nights ago, when I met Yumizuka and saw that hideous dream. If only yesterday was just a dream, but wishing it won't make it so. I have no clue why or how Yumizuka became a vampire, and I couldn't do anything to help her. No, once Yumizuka had become like that, there was probably no way for anyone to help her. She was already dead. All I did was return the corpse, somehow moving about as if it were a living thing back to being a dead body. That's the only way I can think of it, but still. Please excuse me, Shiki-sama. With that voice I become accustomed to, Hisui enters the room. Good morning, Shiki-sama. How are you feeling today? Well, I slept well, so I don't feel bad at all. Is that so? Hearing that makes me feel very relieved. Even though she says it, I don't see her even relax her shoulders or give any other indication of it. But I feel relieved as well, because of what happened last night. The long night is over. Because I don't have to enter that unnatural world any longer, my heart can relax. Thanks, Hisui. You've always come to check up on me from early in the morning, right? Your concern means a lot to me. Not at all. It is my duty to be concerned with your welfare. There's a hint of happiness in her expression. Moreover, I feel like I've become somewhat rescued. While I've been sleeping in bed like this, Hisui came as always to wake me up. With just that trivial thing, I honestly feel like I've returned to my normal life. Shiki-sama, this is somewhat difficult for me to say, but can I? Difficult to say? If it's about me sleeping in until noon, I really can't do anything but apologize. No, that's not what I meant, but it is perhaps related to when you went to sleep. Hisui fidgets with her fingers as she struggles to come up with the right words. I did not say anything, but Akiya-sama found out about last night. About last night? What? I mean, when you left late last night, Shiki-sama. Oh. I unconsciously turned my eyes away from her. I thought I'd managed to slip away undetected, but I should have known Hisui would still find out. Shiki-sama, your return late at night has gained the attention of Akiha-sama, so I believe you'll be asked to explain yourself sooner or later. She's in the sitting room and may be angry, so please be prepared. I see. Oh well, I can't complain since it was me that went out past curfew. About that, will it be occurring again? I cannot stop you, but if you continue doing such things, I must tell Akiya-sama. No, nothing like last night will happen again. We'll see about that. Everything has ended last night. There won't be any phone calls anymore. That sounds very foreboding. Yes, it really has ended. With these words, it truly is over. Yumizuka Satsuki is no more. The vampire skulking the streets has vanished. I, with my own hand, sent away a classmate who said she liked me for all eternity. Hisui looks at me with a painful expression on her face. Geez, if she's making that sort of face, then I must look terrible right now. Well, I should get up sooner or later. Hisui, is Akiya still here? She's an awfully busy person. So does she have a routine on her day off? Yes, she does have plans during her day off, but today she's still in the mansion. He's like, maybe if I could just stay in my room all day, I don't have to see her. She has plans, but she's still here. I don't quite get it, but, well, I'll go and get changed, so please head to the sitting room before me. Yes, well then, please excuse me. As usual, Hisui walks away without a sound, but I forgot something really important. Hisui? Yes? What is it, Shiki-sama? Yeah, I forgot to say something. Thanks for coming to wake me up. it's a little late, but good morning. Yes, please, have a nice day, Shiki-sama. Well then, I should hurry up and change, and head to the sitting room. In the sitting room, Akiha is on the sofa, Kohaku-san is keeping her company, and Hisui's standing by the wall. Good morning, Shiki-san. Morning, Kohaku-san. Sorry to be a bother, but could you fix me something to eat? I'm a little hungry from all that sleeping. Yes, right away. I'll get it ready, so please wait a little bit. Kohaku-san quickly patters away towards the dining room. That leaves Akiha and Hisui, who's standing wordlessly like a statue. Yo, Akiha. Good morning. I'm trying to be as casual as possible. Akiha just looks at me with a dissatisfied look on her face and doesn't return any greeting. Like Hisui warned me, she seems angry about last night, telling me in the morning that leaving late at night is forbidden only to find me leaving late at night. It's only natural for her to be angry. Akiha, last night was... Nissan, sleeping in this late? Just what were you thinking? Well, sorry. Geez, I'm not mad about that. It's your day off, and you've chosen to sleep in until now. It's your laziness that angers me. With a Akiha angrily turns her face away. Well, it may just be my imagination, but peevishly is a better word than angrily. Well, I couldn't help it. I got in late last night, and my body was just tired. That is entirely your fault. Staying out until way past midnight. Just what kind of lifestyle did you have when you lived with the Arimas, Nissan? I had a strict curfew there too. I wasn't allowed to leave at night, and... Oh, so that's it. At the Arima's house you follow the rules, but you come here and break them. In other words, you won't even follow my simplest request. In that case, I may have to resort to corporal punishment. The fury of her intent also flows through her eyes. How do I say this? She has to be joking, only she doesn't sound like she's kidding, and it's pretty frightening. Corporal punishment, Akiha? You're starting to frighten me. That was just an example. Staying up real late like that and just sleeping until you feel like getting up? Of course I should be very strict. Akiha gives an audible groan. I hate to admit it, but she is right. Besides, Nissan, shouldn't you let Hisui wake you up in the morning? It's a good thing today's Sunday, but you always lays around in bed too long. Akiha, maybe it's not my place to say, but it's not like I'm sleeping in because I want to. What? So how come you always sleep in until the last minute every morning? You don't know how I feel when I wait for you until the last minute, and... Akiha-sama. Ah, where did the dire, threatening atmosphere go? All of a sudden, Akiha descends into silence. Hey, Akiha, I said so before, but waking up past 7 o'clock in the morning isn't intentional. Even I'd like to get up earlier, but my body doesn't listen to what I tell. This is where you play the sick card, like, I'm so sick, I have anemia, I'm naturally weak, I need to get my sleep. If you want to help me wake up earlier, please buy me a really powerful alarm clock. I'm sure that'd get me up. Nissan, this may be a stupid question, but did you ever tell Hisui what time you wanted her to wake you up? Ah, that's right. I forgot such a simple thing as that. Oh yeah, she comes in every morning to wake me, so it's alright for her to do that. So, Hisui, could you please wake me up at 6:30 each morning? It'd really help me out. I swing around to face Hisui. She stares right back at me. I refuse. Eh? Forgive me, but I refuse to wake you up, Shiki-sama. Well, I don't know what to say. The shock puts my brain on hold. Looking at the situation, Akiha is also gaping at Hisui in surprise. Hisui, why can't you wake up, Nissan? I'm unable to undertake things I cannot do. I do not think I'm able to wake up Shiki-sama with my own power. Unable? Why not? I unthinkingly enter their conversation. Hisui continues to stare at me. These past 3 days, all my efforts were fruitless. Shiki-sama, do you remember how many times I called your name this morning? No, I don't remember. I woke up from your voice? I thought I'd woken up by myself. That means there's no memory of me even calling it. I just like to imagine her just at 6:30 until like noon, just be like, Shiki-sama, Shiki-sama, Shiki-sama for like hours and he just doesn't wake up. Akiha-sama, that's the situation. Oh, I see, Akiha says and looks over at me teasingly. How do I say this? It would seem my standing here has been lowered quite a bit. In short, you tried repeatedly to wake up Nissan, but there isn't even the slightest reaction on his part? Is that how it is? Hisui nods silently. I nod silently as well. I see. The truth is, Hisui's already been trying to wake me up early in the morning. I don't want to say it myself, but I must be really good at sleeping in. Nissan, why are you looking so proud of yourself? Nothing. I was just surprised at how daunting it is to wake me. I understand. Hisui, just like before, please try to wake up Nissan as much as you can. Hisui nods in assent. It seems like the conversation is finished. In the end, it may just be waking up whenever I feel like it again. By the way, Hisui? Yes, what is it? Does Nissan really not wake up? Even if you call his name, he doesn't respond? Yes, Shiki-sama's sleep is very quiet, and he sleeps like a statue. Like a statue? What? Oh, Nissan has a great sleeping posture, huh? No, that's not it. How do I say it? Shiki-sama is like a completely different person when he sleeps. I've never seen such a peaceful sleeping face, so when I first saw him, I thought he had passed away. So it's not quite that he's hard to awaken, but it seems very rude to do so, so I cannot help but be very gentle. Once Shiki-sama is about to wake up by himself, warmth returns to his white face, and I know he will wake up soon, but looking down, Hisui talks about how I look when I sleep. I can't help but feel embarrassed. Come to think about it, a sleeping person is completely defenseless, and after listening to that explanation, I flush as red as if she saw me naked. Hisui descends into silence, and Aki is obviously trying not to look in my direction. The air has become a little heavy. Thanks for waiting. Shiki-san, breakfast is ready. A bright voice saves the situation. Thanks. Well, I'll eat up. Yes, please, take your time eating. Turning my back to Kohaku-san's smile, I head to the dining room alone. After I eat lunch, Akiha and Hisui are still in the sitting room. It wouldn't be good to ignore them and go back to my room, so I sit on the sofa across from Akiha. Here, Shiki-san, you prefer green tea, right? Kohaku-san places an after-meal cup of tea on the table beside me. Yeah, thanks, if you don't mind then. No, not at all. This is your home, so please, relax a little. Kohaku-san must be trying to make me feel more comfortable here because she takes good care of me. Geez, I'm thinking I'm already used to this place. Do I still look a little strained? Yes, just a little bit. Your shoulders seem a little tense. I wouldn't say you should be like back then, but you certainly can relax a bit more. Kohaku, you shouldn't spoil Nissan. He's been living like a sloth at the Arima's house for so long, it's probably good for him to be a little tense at first. Hihi, Akiya-sama, you really are strict with Shiki-san, are you not? I don't want to be strict, it's just he's always so spaced out. I have to watch out for him. Huh? I'm a little surprised. When Akiya talks to Kohaku-san, there isn't any hint of her usual coldness. Maybe it's because they're so close in age, but they seem to be really good friends. I glance over at Hisui. Since Akiha dismissed all the other servants except for Hisui and Kohaku-san, I think Hisui must be trusted by Akiha as well. But since Kohaku-san is her complete opposite in personality, I have a feeling there isn't much talk between Hisui and Akiha. May I be of service, Shiki-sama? Hisui realizes I was looking at her and asks me if there's anything she can do. No, it's nothing. I was just thinking that you're really calm. Yes, it is something that Makihisa-sama taught to me. She answers very distinctly. The answer is so distinct, I can't continue the conversation. An uncomfortable silence ensues. As if sensing this, Kohaku-san starts up a conversation. Shiki-san, is it okay if I ask you a question? Yeah, what is it? It seems like you left last night again, so I was wondering if you had some usual scheduled routine to take care of every night. No, I don't have anything like that. The past 2 days were just something special. I look over at Hisui. She just quietly watches the two of us. It's alright, Kohaku-san. I won't go out late at night anymore. Besides, I'm not a kid anymore, so it's not like there's any danger or anything. Oh, are you still saying that sort of thing, Shiki-san? Hisui-chan, don't you feel the same way? It is as Ne-san says. Shiki-sama, you are the eldest son of the Tohno family, so please refrain from doing anything careless. See, even Hisui-chan is angry. You're anemic, so you shouldn't strain yourself, you know? I was told this by your personal physician, too. Well, that's true, but it has nothing to do with going out late at night. If I can't walk by myself, I shouldn't go to school either, right? It does have something to do with it. During the day, it's bright outside, and someone could help you, right? But at night, it's different. Also, there's the whole, serial killer thing happening, too. There's been all these, vampire murders recently, so if you go outside and collapse, what do you think would happen? Without thinking, my body shudders. Just hearing someone else use the word vampire like this really reminds me that it was Yumizuka killing those people. No, it's okay, Kohaku-san. There isn't a vampire out there anymore. Those incidents, they won't happen ever again. Because Yumizuka Satsuki is no longer in this world. Oh, is that true, Akiha-sama? I haven't heard anything about it. The one to ask is Nissan, since he knows. See, he seems to know something about it. Oh yeah, there was a victim from your high school, Nissan. Year 2, Class 3's your class, right? Eh? There wasn't a victim from my class. Shiki-san, you didn't see the news this morning? Last night. They found a large quantity of blood from someone called Yumizuka Satsuki in an alley off the main street. The blood seems to have been there for a while, but from the amount of blood, they say she's more than likely dead. My heart starts to throb violently. The fact that Yumizuka Satsuki is dead, I know that better than anyone. But when they say she's dead, it sounds like you killed her, didn't you, to me. Nissan, what's wrong? You're really pale. No, it's nothing. My mood starts to sink. Thanks to Hisui, my heart was able to be calm, but with just this conversation, I almost collapse. Is my heart really this weak? Everyone, let's have a welcome party tonight. Just like that. Kohaku-san makes an announcement in a loud voice. Huh? Akiha and I say the same thing aloud, and even Hisui tilts her head. A welcome party for Shiki-san. Everyone's here, and we haven't even celebrated Shiki-san's arrival yet. So tonight should be Shiki-san's welcome party, right? Kohaku-san looks at me and smiles. Crap. Why are Hisui and Kohaku-san so able to read my feelings? Akiha-sama, is that acceptable? If you allow it, we could start the preparations right away. Yes, Nissan's finally come back, and we haven't even done anything. I think it's a good idea, but Hisui, you agree, right? Yes, if it's acceptable to Shiki-sama, I do not think it'd be a bad thing. The three of them turn to stare at me. I can actually agree. Alright, of course I agree. Alright, so we're gonna skip ahead. It looks like it's pretty much gonna go the same as the party before, so we'll skip that. Okay, so we're gonna go and help Hisui, of course. Kohaku-san has a lot to do, but I'm sure Hisui's much busier. I should try to pay Hisui back for everything she's done, so I'll go help her. I head out to the lobby and run into Hisui right away. She must be tidying things up because there's a cloth and feather duster at her feet. Hisui, can I have a minute? Shiki-sama, did you not return to your room? No, I won't. You and Kohaku-san seem so busy. I feel bad just lounging around and doing nothing. Hisui just looks at me silently. Shiki-sama, I do not believe this is the case, but are you asking me if you can help me with my duties? She struck first. What do you mean? Isn't it alright? Cleaning this huge mansion by yourself is hard, so let me help just a little bit, please? You say that, but there's not so much I require assistance. Actually, I can say that since Nei-san's not here, I have an easier time. Huh? Cleaning is easier when Kohaku-san isn't here? No, well, I mean that... Did she accidentally let something slip out? She looks down as she stammers for an excuse. It's something I don't see every day, so I smile at her. Shiki-sama, what I just said now, Nei-san, flustered, she tries to tell me not to tell Kohaku-san. Oh, so what you said right now can't be told to Kohaku-san. I see, I got it. I have to tell Kohaku-san about it. Shiki-sama, I think you should try not to show what you're thinking. I'm not really thinking anything at all. Hisui just looks at me. Perhaps what she said just now might be more taboo for Kohaku-san than I thought it was. I understand. I won't tell her, so please stop looking at me like that. I remember now. Even long ago, you'd always do pranks and tease others for no reason. Here we go, we're finally getting into the backstory about the two of them. Are you perchance planning on doing something devious like you did back then, Shiki-sama? No, not really. I just wanted to see how your face looked if you were a little distressed, that's all. Crap. Why do I blurt out the truth like that? Shiki-sama, I still have duties remaining to finish, so if you have free time, please go help Nei-san. As you say, I'm very busy, so I cannot keep you company. Hisui turns away and starts to clean the flower vases. It seems that even though I wanted to help, I made her angry. Hisui? Yes, what is it? But she still responds courteously, so I think she's really nice. About before, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. Well, Kohaku-san's always sweeping in the courtyard, and she doesn't really clean the house that often. Does it have anything to do with what you said earlier? Yes, it is related somewhat. Please do not tell Nei-san. She's rather self-conscious of her lack of ability. Lack of ability? Kohaku-san doesn't lack an ability. She's a wonderful cook, and knows so much about medicine, right? That is, everyone has things suited and not suited for them. Nei-san really does need to enjoy herself when cleaning, but she's too rambunctious, and it's very dangerous when she tries to do cleaning and maintenance in the mansion. Dangerous? Putting it that way is... doesn't seem to fit Hisui either. Shiki-sama, you do not understand, so it's easy for you to say that. Naison's tried to excuse the breaking of several items, all in the name of cleaning, and not just 10 or 20 times. If she becomes serious, her cleaning becomes more like a whirlwind. She has that sort of talent. She speaks, I can almost see a fiery aura from around Hisui. It seems she's become the victim of Kohaku-san's cleaning many times. I see. I'm quite surprised. Yes, Nason knows about it too. After Akiha-sama and I discussed it, we decided and told her it'd be better for her to work outside in the garden, or to do non-cleaning chores. Maybe it's weaponized incompetence. I doubt it. Like, Kohaku seems like she truly wants to do the best she can do, but it'd be funny if she would rather just be outside or, like, not do cleaning. So she's just intentionally is as destructive as possible, and they're like, hey, you need to stop. Like, we'll assign you to do something else. She was very down and disheartened back then. Well, she did break things and was told not to clean. I guess she would be a little disappointed. I still can't quite picture that happy Kohaku-san looking down. So please do not discuss cleaning indoors with Kohaku-san, Shiki-sama. So that explains why Kohaku's outside all the time in the, like, courtyard area. If Nason doesn't do that, then she's really fine. Yes? Did you call me? Hisui and I both freeze. Speak of the devil, Kohaku-san walks in from the kitchen. Nason, is there something you need? Yes, I needed another hand, so I thought maybe Shiki-san could come help me. Smiling. Maybe I bet she heard the whole thing and she's just very good at smoothing things over. She's got very good EQ. Is that what it is? Like emotional intelligence? She seems very perceptive about that. And she knows how to, like, smooth things over and, you know, if there's a tense situation, knows how to kind of cut in and you know, relieve it. But it seems I was too late. Shiki-san, please continue helping Hisui-chan. Nason, Shiki-sama's not really helping me at the moment. Hisui responds very matter-of-factly. Well, that's how it is. Oh, is that so? Then Shiki-san, are you free? That's right. If you need another hand, I'll lend you one. But I'm not sure if I'd be any help. I don't ever cook or anything. Not at all. It's something anyone can do. Come on, please, lend me a hand. Kohaku-san takes my hand and pulls me with her. Hisui watches it all silently. The kitchen is smaller than I expected. They probably had a much bigger gallery when there were many people living in the mansion, but with just Akiha, Hisui, Kohaku-san, and I had the smaller kitchen prepared. Here, please wash your hands and use this apron. I don't know whose taste this is a reflection of, but she hands me an apron that says, quiet, unsociable person on it. Why would you have such an apron? Is this like, did they put that apron on Hisui to be like, don't talk to her, she doesn't really, it's like those things where, you see, like, on dogs, sometimes they have, like, things on their leash or their collar that say, like, you know, don't pet me in training, things like that. So it's just like, it's just a warning. I'll start you off with a simple task, Shiki-san. When it's all done, I have another task just for you. Kohaku-san's in a good mood. First, I have to take the shells off all these shrimp. Wick, wick, wick. The sound of a knife lightly hitting the cutting board. Kohaku-san's humming fills the kitchen. She must be immersed in cooking because she doesn't say much. As for me, I actually enjoy peeling the shrimp and keep on peeling the skin. You know, this really brings back memories. Before the incident, and before I left the mansion, I played like this several times with Kohaku-san and Akiha. We were young then, and we didn't even think about how we were of the opposite gender. This is feeling like the Kohaku route right now. We were just in the spacious mansion, and all we knew was the continuous fun of every day. We played around so much we forgot all about the things that bothered us before. Or maybe in order to forget the bothersome past, we tried to pass our days with as much fun as possible. Shiki-san, you really have taken a liking to peeling those shrimp, haven't you? Eh? No, not really. Why do you ask? Because you look like you're having so much fun. You know, Hisui-chan, her eyebrows would always be so scrunched up by the time she was done. Really? I'm surprised. She looks like the type that would do it without complaint. Yeah, for some reason, Hisui-chan is poor at cooking, but she's really great at cleaning and arranging things. Oh? I seem to have heard something like that before. Yeah, just now actually, and from Hisui. Well, come to think of it, you and Hisui are different in your own ways. Kohaku-san, you were always cheerful while Hisui stayed in the mansion back then. Oh, did I look that cheerful? I thought I was always watching you all, though. Yeah, I remember. You'd always run around with us, but you tell us to stop doing dangerous things and look out for us. I really do remember. Playing tag in the courtyard of the mansion. Trying as hard as we could to catch my old man's carp in the pond. Hey, remember that time when we left the mansion from the gate, right? We didn't know the way to get back, and you ended up calling the mansion, and one of the mansion's servants had to come pick us up? Yes, and after that, Makihisa-sama really did yell at you. Everyone was playing with you, but somehow you ended up being the only one. Shiki-san, no matter how much you got yelled at, you always said it was your own fault. Oh, it's so nostalgic. We did so many things, but in the end, you always saved Akiya-sama and me from getting in trouble. She giggles as she speaks aloud. What's this? Talking about old times. I really feel like I've returned now. That's right, I really don't have too many memories of this mansion. But talking about old times honestly makes me feel nostalgic. But my memories aren't just happy ones. But I did treat Hisui poorly, the girl who was always in the corner of my heart. In the end, I was never able to have a true conversation with the girl by the window. That girl, she was always watching us from the window. Always, it struck me. That lonely face looking down. I always thought it'd be great if she could come out and play. But still, before I left the mansion, she gave me that one parting gift. That's right, she was always shy even then, so I never knew what she was thinking. I always thought if Hisui-chan was happy, it wouldn't matter what happened to me. Oh? Kohaku-san, you really are a good older sister. I'm feeling happy, so I give an answer like that. Ah, all of a sudden, with a short sound, Kohaku-san lifts her finger. I can see she cut her finger with a kitchen knife. Kohaku-san, your finger. Eh? After I say that, she seems to have realized she cut her finger. Oh no! Because I got that vampire blood in me. Am I going to be like, oh, blood, and I'm going to, like, want to suck it from her? Oh, that's true. That's true. Hey, Kohaku-san? I don't believe this. Even I could see the cut's really deep. But Kohaku-san is still slow-paced. How embarrassing. I'm supposed to be a good chef. Kohaku-san gives her a normal laugh. This is no laughing matter. We have to take care of it right away. It's fine. It isn't life-threatening or anything. Can she heal herself? Does she have, like, healing abilities like Akiya? But we can't just leave it alone. She's cutting it like that. Doesn't it hurt? Oh, does she, like, not feel pain? Not at all. If I think it doesn't hurt, then it won't hurt. If I think this isn't my finger, and that's just the finger of some doll, then I won't feel pain, right? Whoa. Whoa, this seems a little weird. Like, was she, maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, like, was she, like, abused maybe by Makihisa and was taught, like, not to feel pain and to disassociate? Or is this, like, a secret power she has? What? With a smile, Kohaku-san says something pretty outlandish. Well, I'm sure if you think of it that way, it won't hurt as much, but you can't get rid of it all. Look, let's just get it taken care of. I'm a little weak when it comes to blood, so if I have an anemic fit right here, it will be your fault. I see, then I should take care of it right away. Well then, Shiki-san, excuse me for a moment. That's the thing, it's like no matter what pain you're in, always smile, because that's what servants do. The whole time, her smile never cracks, and giving me a bow with her head, she leaves the kitchen. That was interesting. Okay, so we're gonna skip this. Alright, see, I told you so. What's bad, you say? Hisui was bad. Kohaku-san and Akiha seem to already be used to drinking alcohol, but as far as Hisui's concerned, it was her first time seriously drinking. Still, she drank to keep me company, trying hard to finish her glass. And this is what happened. Hisui, there's no reason for you to force yourself to drink like that. She nods, and then she takes the glass to her lip, and she looks around aimlessly. No matter how much I try to stop her, Hisui keeps sipping out of her glass. I don't really understand it, but perhaps she's taken a liking to alcohol. And then, with that, Hisui curls up onto the sofa like a cat. She is me, that is me, can't drink, and then when I do drink, I get very tired and I just go to sleep. You can't be doing that, Hisui-chan. If you sleep there, you'll catch a cold. Come on, Akiha-sama, please don't complain. With a smile, Kohaku-san talks to the sleeping Akiha and Hisui. It seems Kohaku-san's drunk, too. It really was your first time, wasn't it, Hisui? Yes, Hisui-chan's always been pretty weak with alcohol. Usually, she takes a sip and turns completely red. Kohaku-san laughs brightly. It seems we have quite the problem, don't we? Yes, Hisui-chan always turns down alcohol, but since Shiki-san offered, she pushed herself. She's normally not very sociable, so I guess she at least tried to keep you company. Isn't my sister so cute? Bam, bam, Kohaku-san slaps my back. Kohaku-san's quite drunk too. I guess this wraps up the night. Akiha's hammered and Hisui's all curled up. Hammered? What is that? Nissan, please don't use words that I can't understand. Akiha complains in a murmuring voice. It seems Akiha doesn't like things she doesn't understand. It's all good, but it seems when she's drunk, she doesn't understand anything. Consequently, she turns into a complaining machine. Well then, I'll carry Akiya-sama, so Shiki-san, could you please take care of Hisui-chan? Wait a second, Kohaku-san. I can't touch her. I just brushed against her earlier and she hit me. That's right, now that you mention it, Hisui-chan's a little obsessed about cleanliness. Even just holding hands with a man will cause her to throw up. Damn. If you hold her, I suppose there'd be a problem. Wait, just holding hands and throwing up? That goes beyond just being obsessed with cleanliness. I thought she was strange 8 years ago, but Hisui... Yes, but if she's sleeping, then it'd be okay. Well, Akiya-sama, let's go back to... Like, that seems very... I'm just thinking about all the dark, like, insinuation of that. Like, just touching a man will cause her to be sick. Maybe it's not a matter of, like, she never really leaves the mansion. She just gets, like, she goes as far as, like, the gate. Maybe she's got, like, a fear of outside, like, past the gates. Maybe she's got some sort of obsession with, like, the outdoors is dirty. I don't know. What's the term? Like, agoraphobia, maybe? Well, Akiya-sama, let's go back to your room. What? Wait, Kohaku-san? She doesn't respond. With Akiya over her shoulder, she disappears out of the dining room. What she left behind, a mountain of uneaten food, a mountain of empty bottles, and the contentedly sleeping Hisui, who's breathing softly on the sofa. It truly is autumn. Sleeping there like that, she certainly will catch a cold. Is it okay to touch her like this? But it can't be helped. I don't have any bad intentions, and I do have to get her to her room. I'm sorry, you can be mad at me later. I lift up the sleeping Hisui. Ah, with just that, my heart begins to pound, and then she pukes all over me. Light, just like I thought. Hisui's very light. Her delicate body fits in my arms. Softness and the warmth of her body. This isn't good. I have to take her to her room quickly, or I'll be the one in trouble. So as not to wake Hisui, I slowly carry her out of the dining room. I turn the doorknob to Hisui's room, and I stop, stunned. No way. It's locked. Oh, she's coming to my room, isn't she? The key must be in Hisui's pocket, right? This is bad. No, it's just reaching my hand into her pocket, but it's bad. If I did that, who knows where my mind will go. Oh well, that's how it is. Fortunately, both Hisui's room and my room are on the second floor. So I came back to my room with Hisui still in my arms. There we go. I placed her on my bed. I guess she really pushed herself drinking alcohol, as she doesn't wake up. Well, what should I do now? Huh? Am I that tired from carrying Hisui? I fall to the carpet. It seems like the alcohol is having an effect on me too. Suddenly, I start to feel very dizzy. Well, whatever. I hadn't really planned on doing anything anyway. Even if I go to sleep on the floor like this, I don't think anyone will complain. Something seems very familiar. An old Japanese-style room. A dark room. That is, it's an extremely old memory. When I was very young, I wasn't used to the new people that took me in, so I locked myself up in my room. I didn't care for anything. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Always, always alone, and I wanted to be swaddled in the cradle of my happy memories. Even if I knew there would be nothing like that for me ever again, I still wanted to do so. Knock, knock, came a sound. Who is it? It's me. Ah, she came again. The girl around my age was knocking on the door again. Shiki-chan, let's play. You'll get moldy if you stay in a place like that. I don't wanna. I don't like going outside. Hugging my knees, I huddled in a corner of the dark room. That girl came every day. She'd always knock, never getting tired of it. She'd never force me out, so she wouldn't open the door, but just continued to call my name. Why won't you come outside? Because there's no one that I know outside. Everyone hates me outside. That's not true. Everyone wants to like you, Shiki-kun. Yes, I knew that, but I couldn't believe it, because my father went outside, and he was torn to pieces. I see. No wonder you can't believe anyone. Yeah, that's why I'll always stay here. I don't want any more scary things happening. But you'll just be by yourself all the time. Being by yourself is no fun. Even if it's no fun, it is better than being scared. That's not fun at all. And Shiki-chan, you can believe in me. You say I can believe in you. It's a little backwards. Don't people normally say, I believe in you? It's okay. Shiki-chan, you can believe in me and come out. Fine, but believe. What should I believe in? Simple. Even if everyone hates you, I'll still like you, Shiki-chan, because I like you. I always come and ask you to play. Is outside fun? Yeah, it's much, much more fun than being by yourself. And then I went outside. Come to think of it, that was my first memory as Tohno Shiki. Alright. Killer 1. A bright light floods my consciousness. As I open my eyes, the morning light shines through the window. I wake from my dream. I don't quite remember it, but I remember vaguely watching a dream. It was very nostalgic. The smell of tatami, is that what it was? Huh? That's strange. Even though I'm awake, I still smell a nice scent. Shiki. I hear a voice by my ear. Eh? Sensing something beside me, my dozing eyes fly open. I practically stop my surprised shout. I don't know why, but Hisui's sleeping in my bed. And that's not all. At the same time, leaning right up against me is her completely unguarded sleeping face. Ah. Tense as I am, I can't say a thing. My sleepiness disappears in a flash. What's going on? Moving just my neck, I glance around. Without a doubt, this is my room. Hisui lies there, breathing softly. Let's see, I try to remember what happened yesterday, but it's not important. Hisui's breathing is on my chest, her peaceful, sleeping face. For now, just being able to see that so closely makes me not care about anything else. I'm completely absorbed. It's not that I didn't realize it before, but Hisui is really pretty. It's not just that she has a beautiful face. Rather, her graceful atmosphere. I can't help but think that it's pretty. Hisui, if I could, I'd like to stay like this forever. But that can't happen. Besides, unless she wakes up soon, there'll be a lot of trouble. Hisui, hey, Hisui. I call, but she doesn't seem to wake up. Hey, it's morning. Isn't it time to get up? I gently shake her. Hisui, wake up. Hisui's fingers start to twitch. Her eyelids slowly open like melting ice. Waveringly stretching out her arms, Hisui wakes up. She looks around the room, rubbing her eyes for a few seconds. She finally grasps the fact she's in my room and the fact that I'm right in front of her. Kya! Hisui jumps up from the bed. Shiki-sama, why am I can't explain it very well, but do you remember about last night? About last night? Hisui starts to think, and all of a sudden, her cheeks turn red. You remembered? Yes, I caused you a lot of trouble, Shiki-sama. With flushed cheeks, Hisui looks right at me. Sorry about that. I went to your room, but it was locked, and I couldn't enter. I thought you'd sleep in my room while I went to get Kohaku-san, but the alcohol got to me. Just like that, I fell asleep. Yes, that's exactly how I remember it. But that's odd. Last night, I thought for sure. That's odd. I thought I went to sleep on the carpet, but sometime during the night, I must have got on the bed. I wasn't thinking of doing anything weird to you. I just woke up now, too. Hisui stares at me silently. I mean it. I didn't have a choice. Kohaku-san had to take care of Akiha, and I couldn't just leave you alone like that. I apologize for holding you, and I was ready for you to get mad at me for doing that. Trying to answer Hisui's direct gaze, I try my utmost to explain. Hisui doesn't answer. She just looks over at her clothes and nods. It appears that way. My clothing does not appear to be tampered with. You are innocent, Shiki-sama. Good. I breathe a sigh of relief. And I think the one who placed you on the bed was me. I woke up once during the night and saw you sleeping on the floor. I did not want you to catch a cold, so I remember getting you to sleep on the bed. For real? That's true, then that would explain why I was on the bed, but why was Hisui sleeping on the bed too? Please forgive me. I was still a little drunk, and I thought that since there was a bed in front of me, I wouldn't need to go back to my room. Embarrassed, Hisui explains what happened. I see. Certainly, that is how you think when you're drunk. Start to laugh for some reason. Embarrassed, Hisui drops her shoulders. Why is it, even though I was only sleeping next to her, I get so conscious of Hisui I'm unable to say anything clearly. Anyway, let's just keep this a secret between us. If Akiha knew about that, she'd get angry. And if Kohaku-san knew about it, she'd just tease us about it relentlessly. Yes, if Shiki-sama will allow it, then it will help me as well. Yeah, sorry. If I were more responsible, this would have never happened. I say sorry and bow my head to her. Nothing did happen, but it's still a fact I carried a girl to my room and slept next to her. No matter what Hisui says, I think I'm responsible. Not at all. It's my fault. If I were more responsible, then you would have never had to worry about any of this, Shiki-sama. No, it's okay. Anyway, I just want to apologize. I'd actually feel better if you say something like, Shiki-sama's a jerk. You have every right to, although I don't think you'd ever say something like that. Yes, that kind of order would be very troubling, wouldn't it? So, let me apologize. If you don't let me, then I'll never trust you with anything again. Hisui just stares at me, deep in thought. Shiki-sama is really clumsy, are you not? Hisui says this in an awfully kind voice, different from before. Well then, I'll say Shiki-sama's at fault this time. I'll have to let you make up for it sometime, so please do not forget. Eh? If you will, please excuse me. Shiki-sama, please hurry to the sitting room, or you'll be late. Hisui gives a perfect bow and exits the room. I just remained there on my bed, mouth open, and in stunned silence. She smiled. For that instant, it seemed like time itself had stopped. This isn't good. This is really not good. All she did was smile, but why am I so stunned? I go to the sitting room and see Hisui standing there. Akiha has already eaten breakfast and is drinking tea, and it seems Kohaku-san is in the kitchen. Good morning, Nissan. You're up very early this morning, aren't you? Oh, this morning there was a little trouble. I stop short and steal a glance at Hisui's face. Well, I just happened to wake up early today, but you're pretty impressive too, Akiha, to still wake up this early as drunk as you were yesterday. Of course, you should always drink considering the next day, so there's no reason to oversleep because of it. Really, but you were pretty hammered last night. Maybe you have more breakdown enzymes than a normal person. If that's so, I'm a little jealous. Nissan, what are these breakdown enzymes? Well, I'll make it short. After alcohol enters the body, I guess it changes to some kind of poison. Poison is processed by the liver by these enzymes that break down the alcohol into water. The amount of enzymes in each person is different, and Japanese people tend to have less than others. You can say those that have less enzymes have to moderate a little. Akiha looks impressed. I am a little surprised. You seem to know quite a bit, Nissan. No, not really. I just have a bad friend that drinks a lot, that's all. Is that so? It seems like you were not drinking that much last night, though. It's because I'm one of those people that have to moderate. Since my bad friend simply downs his drinks, I have to always stay sober to take care of him. By the way, this bad friend I'm talking about is none other than Inui Arihiko. I don't really understand it, but it seems like your private life is very fun indeed. Why that all of a sudden? Why'd you bring that up? Nissan, your face seemed so happy just now. You didn't show that face last night. Well, it is true last night was more surprising than it was fun. Shiki-san, breakfast is ready. With excellent timing, Kohaku-san's voice cuts in. Oh, I'll be right there. Well, I gotta go, Akiha. After finishing breakfast, I head to the sitting room to find Akiha gone. Huh? Hisui, where's Akiha? Akiha-sama left for school right after you went to the dining room, Shiki-sama. Oh yeah, Akiha's school is far, isn't it? Well, I shouldn't be standing around either. Yes, I'll bring you down your bag right away. Hisui disappears towards the lobby. I stare listlessly behind her. Hee hee, Shiki-san, what happened last night? What do you mean, Kohaku-san? Oh my, I see you're blushing. Something must have happened, didn't it? No, nothing happened. Go ahead, ask Hisui. Is that so? It seems like you've become pretty good friends with Hisui-chan. Kohaku-san tilts her head to the side. I became good friends with Hisui? That's something I'd like to hear about myself. Shiki-sama, I have your bag ready. Please, get ready to leave the mansion as you do not have much time left. Yeah, I'm coming. Later, Kohaku-san. I'll see you this evening. Yes, I look forward to it. I'll come back, right back today, so I'll be back around 4 o'clock. Oh, and you don't have to wait here. I understand. Please, be careful on your way, Shiki-sama. Thanks. I'll be going now. Waving a hand to the bowing Hisui, I dash down the street. I get to the classroom and the class starts uneventfully, as always. There's no one at Yumizuka's desk. Even though a classmate is gone forever, class life remains unchanged. I become a little uneasy. Because of Hisui, I'd forgotten all about that. Perhaps because of that incident? With that uneasiness, my thoughts drift towards the sky. Before I realized it, the school day was over. I let out a sigh. I don't really feel like seeing Arihiko or Senpai. Right now, it seems I'm just more at ease in the Tohno mansion than at school. I enter the lobby and immediately encounter Hisui. So it seems like we will actually be spending a lot of time in the mansion. Kind of similar, I think, to the last episode, or like with Akiha. It was a lot of time spent in the mansion, which makes sense considering that's where the love interest is located. Welcome back, Shiki-sama. I'm home, Hisui. Are Kohaku-san and Akiha here? Akiha-sama has not returned yet. Nei-san will most likely be in the rear courtyard sweeping. As usual. Well, I'll be in my room. Please continue whatever you were doing. Yes, please, excuse me. I head up the stairs on the second floor. Ah, Shiki-sama? Hmm? I'll be in Makihisa-sama's room sorting things out. If you need me, please call for me. Hisui disappears towards the east end of the mansion. Putting down my bag, I take off my jacket. Well then, there's still time until evening, so what should I do? Alright, of course we're going to go see Hisui. I'll go and see Hisui, but she doesn't let me help her and I don't want to get in her way. What should I do? I don't want to be a burden, but for some reason, I want to see her. Ah, that reminds me, I still need to give her back the ribbon. Hisui said she'd forgotten about it, but the ribbon's hers. There's really no point in me holding on to it, so I should give it back. In the old man's room, Hisui's arranging books. Even though it's no longer being used, his room is still being cleaned like before. Hisui, could I have a minute? Shiki-sama, yes, what is it? I know we talked about this earlier, but I thought I should give this back. I pull out the ribbon Hisui gave me 8 years ago. Hisui? So you honestly don't want it? No, I will take it. It's important to me after all. Taking the ribbon, Hisui becomes silent. I can't talk to her. The Hisui in front of me right now looks very much like the Hisui from 8 years ago, distant from the ones around her. Shiki-sama, is this all you came to do? I can't seem to speak, so I just nod. In that case, please, return to your room. I still have work remaining. Hisui walks towards the center of the room. Did that ribbon have any special meaning? This 8-year period, I think I may have finally fulfilled my promise, even if it was too late. Then I'll go to my room. I'll see you later. With that, I leave the room. Well, that was very uneventful. After dinner, I return to my room. It's 10 at night. Since I had tea with Akiha and the others after dinner, it's already time for bed. I'm not really tired, but my body feels sluggish. It seems like I've finally gotten used to life in the mansion. Expressionless Hisui, bright and cheery Kohaku, and Akiha who worries over me constantly. Certainly getting used to this lifestyle is fun. It seems like I've returned to the me that existed 8 years ago. I never had a chance to relax this much when living with the Arimas. The Arimas had a child in middle school as well, but we were always distant and we never really had a chance to talk. I really am sleepy. Changing into my pajamas, I lie down in bed. I'll go to bed early, wake up early, and give Akiha quite a surprise. Huh? All of a sudden, I find myself in town. Midnight. I walk through the empty town. I pant heavily. For some reason, I'm out of breath. With bloodshot eyes, I'm looking at people walking down the street. Foolish people walking the streets so carelessly, even though the killer has not been caught. Do they think they're special and won't get killed? Or maybe they want to die, but are unable to kill themselves and want someone to kill them. Well, it's probably the latter. A group of people that I don't know continue to walk by. That's not the person. That's not the person. That's not the person. I diligently stare at them one by one, but shake my head. That's not the person. That's not the person. That's not the person. I still can't find that person. I definitely heard what this person looks like, but I can't seem to find them. I'm getting a little annoyed. Be nice if it was, oh my gosh, Arcuid. Like, I keep forgetting about her. She was such a central figure to this story for, like, 2 playthroughs and then just nothing. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Why? Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. I start panting even more. It's really ticking me off. Why isn't that person here? 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 I've decided tonight I'll change my plan. Anyone will do. If I can kill, anyone will do. Once more, I want to taste that wonderful sensation. There, a girl with long hair walks by. Akiha. Oh shit, okay, so it is, so I was also wondering, I'm like, is it going to be Roa who's taking over me again, or is it going to be the other Shiki? Yes, that is Akiha. Akiha, my sister, my beautiful sister, only mine. That is what I want. My sister, only mine. She's definitely mine. And mine only. I kill her from behind, taking care not to damage her body. Holding her long hair, I drag her body. Heavy breathing, biting into her neck, I suck her blood. My breath becomes wild. This murder is different than the others. Akiha, just thinking this is her makes it feel so wonderful. My brain becomes numb. I get fully aroused as I suck her blood. Sucking every last drop of blood, I ejaculate over and over. Huh? When it's all over, I realize it. Who is this person? This isn't Akiha at all. I'm angry. Even though I sliced the body into pieces, I'm still mad. Imposter. This imposter is pissing me off. I've used up extra energy. The night isn't that long. Once it becomes morning, Shiki will awaken. I'm tired tonight. I'll start again tomorrow. Yeah, that'll do. That's what I'll do. Now then, before the morning comes, before anyone realizes, I must go back to my own bed. Killer 2. I gasped for air. It's morning now. This is my room. Up until now, I've been here, just like this, and I should have been sleeping. My forehead is hurting. Dream. I had a terrible dream. A dream where I killed someone. A dream where I ejaculated over and over as I killed, like the worst wet dream ever. But my throat is burning. My body feels like lead in my hands. The feeling of breaking someone's neck still lingers on my hands. It can't be. It can't be. It was a dream. Unmistakably a dream. But are dreams really that vivid? I remember it so vividly. The street in the dead of night. The feeling of snapping someone's neck. The stickiness of blood gurgling down my throat. The face of the woman so cruelly killed. But it's merely a dream. Since I'm here, it had to have been a dream. But the problem is, I'm dreaming that I'm having fun killing people. You and me are the same, Shiki-kun. Before my eyes, the world starts spinning. Someone who can't resist the pleasure from killing. And that crazy speed. Excuse me, Hisui says as she enters the room. Good morning. It seems you've already awakened, Shiki-sama. Ah, good morning. The world stops spinning. As soon as Hisui spoke, the whirlpool I was trapped in disappeared like an illusion. Shiki-sama? What is it, Hisui? How are you feeling this morning? You're not saying anything. Oh, sorry. I was just staring at you. I understand. I have to go to school. I'll go to the sitting room right away, so wait for me there. Shiki-sama, if you're not feeling well, please do not push yourself. Your health is more important than school. No way, Hisui. I can't skip school. It's nothing, really. So don't spoil me like that. No, please rest. I'll tell Akiya-sama, so please rest. Hisui's unusually persistent. Does my face look that haggard? Hisui, you worry too much. It really is nothing at all, so don't worry about it. I'll just wash my face. So please wait for me in the sitting room. Getting out of bed, I walk past her, Hisui, who seems like she wants to say more. Leaving the room, it is a little painful seeing her watch me with such uneasiness in her eyes. I look in the mirror in the bathroom. I don't look like I'm sick. Why is she worrying so much? I splash cold water on my face. Just thinking about the dream I had last night makes me want to puke and not go to school. But if I stay home from school because of that, that would just be like confirming something, which will make me feel uneasy. Akiya and Kohaku-san are in the sitting room, and Hisui standing nearby. As usual, I'm the last to enter the room. Good morning, Shiki-san. No way, it isn't even 6:30 yet. Kohaku-san looks towards me with a soft smile, while Akiya gets up from the sofa and gapes at me in surprise. Good morning, Kohaku-san. Oh, and Akiya too. What do you mean, Akiya too? Well, Akiya too means Akiya too. That should be enough for someone who's so surprised to see me get up early when you tell me to get up early every day. I see. Nissan, you wake up early for once, and now you triumphantly walk around with your head held high. Head held high, Akiya. Head, neck. Neck? I remember the sensations from my dream and feel like vomiting. I'm sorry, Kohaku-san, I don't mean to be a bother, but could you get me something cold to drink before I eat? Not at all. Would you like soda or fruit juice? I'll have a soda, please. Nothing red. Nothing red. Coming right up. Kohaku-san disappears towards the kitchen. Nissan, you're not arguing back. Are you feeling all right? Jeez, you and even Hisui, what do you think I am? I'm just woke up early and my throat's dry. There isn't anything wrong with me. Trying to resist the urge to vomit, I shout back. I'm sorry, Nissan, but there's obviously something wrong, and I want to help. No, that's not it. The fact you're worried about me makes me really happy. I just had a really bad nightmare last night, and my mind is elsewhere, that's all. I'm sorry, Akiya. I'm the one who should apologize. I sit down on the sofa. I know something's wrong with me, but I can't do anything about it. Nissan, is there something bothering you? If it's something to do with the mansion, please tell me, and I'm sure I can be of help. No, it isn't that I'm not used to living here. That's right. Maybe if I ask her indirectly, it might help me feel better. Alright, so we want to talk with her about it. I decide it's better to do it than not. Besides, I keep on thinking for the worst since I'm keeping this to myself. Well then, let me ask you a question. If someone does things they know they shouldn't do, would that be a result of stress? Doing something they know they shouldn't do? Is it a recurring problem or just an accident? Well, it's more like an accident. It seems the person really isn't that conscious. So you mean they're doing things while unconscious so they can't stop themselves from doing it? That's right, they can't stop. They can't even get themselves to think about stopping. In that case, it sounds like a personality inversion. Personality inversion? You mean their personality gets reversed? Yes, for whatever reason, something triggers a change in the person, and their entire moral spectrum, their whole attitude gets reversed. It may be It may be termed a disease of the mind. Don't you remember, Nissan? Father was usually a very kind person, but sometimes he would turn cold as ice. The old man was? Come to think of it, Tohno Makihisa was extremely kind one day and extremely strict the next. I don't remember that well. Do you remember Hisui? I look at Hisui, who's standing by the wall, and it looks like she's trying to contain herself and can't hear my voice. Akiya-sama, please don't talk about any of that. Makihisa-sama was just a little manic-depressive, that's all. Kohaku-san says this as she brings a silver tray with a glass on it. You shouldn't say bad things about those who've departed, and besides, Makihisa-sama's your father too. I know. I don't need you to tell me that. Akiha joins Hisui in silence. Here you go, Shiki-san. Thanks for waiting. Kohaku-san puts the glass of lemon squash onto the table. Thanks. Using a straw, I let the cool drink fill my body. The rest of the time, Akiha and Hisui never open their mouths. The only cheerful one in the sitting room is Kohaku-san. I don't understand why everyone became so depressed, but the old man is definitely connected to it. Please, be careful on your way, Shiki-sama. I'll be going. Hisui? Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? When we were talking earlier, about my old man, you were deathly quiet. Not just you, but Akiha as well. Did something happen to the old man in the 8 years I was gone? You and Akiha were both acting strange earlier. Hisui doesn't answer. I see. Well, I won't force you to answer. If you ever feel like it, we can talk about it. No, this is not something that concerns you, Shiki-sama. Shiki-sama, if you're going to live in this mansion, please, do not ever mention Makihisa-sama again. After Hisui's eyes flash for a brief instant, she heads back to the mansion. It's lunchtime. As usual, Arihiko's skipping school. I'll go eat at the cafeteria. If I eat by myself, I'll just end up being depressed. If I go eat in the cafeteria full of people, it should help me get my mind off of things. As expected, the cafeteria is packed. After waiting in a long line, I buy the tried-and-true meal set A and walk to a table. The students' voices are pretty loud, so I'm able to concentrate on just eating my meal. I use my fork and eat in silence. And then, for a moment, I see a terrible image. Is that the television screen? I gape at the large television mounted on the wall at the end of the cafeteria. At my school, they record the morning news and replay it at lunch. I just stare dumbfounded at the news broadcast that's several hours late. No way. I watch the news in amazed horror. Shown on the television is the alley that I saw last night in my dream. The newscaster is talking. On the screen, the words "Vampire Serial Killer's 9th Victim" appears in bloody lettering. After that, the face of the victim appears. The woman with the long hair. She was definitely the one I killed in my dream. Suddenly, I start to feel faint. How come? That was a dream. It had to be a dream. But in reality, the same person is in my dream, in the same place as my dream, is killed in the same way. Vampires should be gone already. I killed Yumizuka with my own hands. Those killings, they shouldn't be happening anymore. I killed? Yes, I killed, just like the time I killed Yumizuka. While breathing hard last night, that woman I've never met. Didn't I tell you, Shiki-kun? It's useless to resist it. Quashing the urge to throw up my lunch, I stagger out of my seat. I can't go back to class. I somehow find myself running into town. I come to the place I saw in my dream. There were several policemen around the area. Tape reading, police line, do not cross is stretched across the alley. Exactly the same. Without a doubt, this is the place I went to in my dream. No, that's not a dream. I can't delude myself into thinking it's a dream any longer. Even if I stay here longer, The cops will only stare at me. I can't go back to school now. I guess I'll go back to the mansion. Since it's not even 2 o'clock yet, Hisui isn't waiting in the lobby. I can say I got lucky. I don't feel like seeing anyone right now. Giving a deep breath, I collapse onto my bed. I just don't understand any of this. I have dreams where I kill people. In reality, the same killing has happened. I'm living today like I'm living a normal life. I was taking delight in killing people in my dreams. Just which one? Which is the real Shiki? Do you really have to ask? That voice again. Come on, let's continue, Shiki. The voice that echoes inside my head. My voice. Night comes every day. For sure, we'll find the one we want someday, right? Shut up. I leap out of bed. I breathe wildly. Just now, I was lusting after Akiha. I feel like I'm going to vomit. I don't even think about these things normally, but when I try to sleep, these weird thoughts pop up in my head. It's almost as if there's someone else inside my brain. Ah, come to think of it, Akiha said something like that earlier. That was about... My old man would have extreme personality shifts. It sounds almost like me right now. Of course, like father, like son. It might even be hereditary. My old man's room. I think they still keep it like before. Alright, so there is a bad option we can get here. So if we stay in our room, we get a CL Sensei lesson. I start to breathe heavily. I won't move. Right now, if anything. If anything moves right now, I'd be admitting I'm insane and it's scaring me. My brain might have gone numb. If I stay like this, I'm thinking stupidly that the storm will be over. My whole world starts to flicker, just like a police car siren. Everything revolves red and black. Ah, my head hurts. I'm tired. I'm just tired, that's all. I say so to myself. I collapse onto the bed. Shiki-sama, have you returned? A voice like Hisui's wakes me up. Shiki-sama, please excuse me. Someone enters my room. But it hurts so much. I can't make out who it is. Please forgive me. I did not realize you had returned, so I was unable to greet you at the door. No, it's fine. Leave me alone, please. Shiki-sama, are you feeling sick? I don't really... No, I can't finish my sentence. Sorry, I feel bad. I want to sleep. Is there any medicine? Yes, I will go get some. Thank you for waiting. Please, drink this. Thank you, as always. And sorry. With eyes that quite can't see too well, I take the water and the powdered medicine Hisui brought me. For some reason, there are 2 kinds of medicine. I don't care, so I put both of them in my mouth and drink the water. Apparently, it works fast. I start to feel sleepy already. When she gets that kind of glazed over look, why do I have a bad feeling like she's going to do something to me? I'm going to sleep until tomorrow. Don't worry, no one's going to bother you, Shiki-sama. Hisui giggles and I sense her walking away. Like, that seems weird. My consciousness starts to swim. I'll go to sleep. My head hurts so much right now. I don't even care if I see those bad dreams or not. Okay, she-killer. Okay, so we're skipping on ahead to the next day. All right. I am in the night-shrouded town. I got here somehow. Is this a dream? If so, why am I here? No, the reason is clear. I'm out on the streets in the middle of the night because of the killer, in order to look for the killer and find the killer. I wander around aimlessly. I wonder how late it is. I don't see anyone suspicious. There's no point in coming here. I don't see any sign of the killer. My legs become heavy. Somehow, everything feels unreal. The atmosphere is getting weaker. Time is degrading. My sense of people around me becoming dreadfully surreal. But the sense of smell feels real. The odor that tugs at my nostrils. It's floating from over there. That was the final stop. Just like my dream from last night. A dead body of someone I don't know is there in the back alley. It's a woman. Her face is scraped from her chin to her nose, and I can't tell now if she's beautiful or not. The flowing blood is incredibly sticky, and it reminds me more of red jelly than liquid. From her body, her internal organs bloom out like legs of an octopus. The pink mass of dead organs shines and looks warm. In front of the corpse, a black, truly black figure is crouched and seems to be crying. Who are you? Our voices overlap each other. I ask him who he is, and he asks me who I am, and turns. I am a killer. But which one of us said that? Well, after all, this is a dream, so I play around a bit, and with a small amount of hope I say that I'm the killer. Eh? The dark figure tilts his head, puzzled. The man crouching in front of the dead body looks at me as if trying to compare the two of us. During that moment, in that emptiness, I get certain. Heh. A laugh escapes my throat. This man is a fake, the puzzled figure in front of the corpse, and myself not feeling anything. If you ask which one of us is more like a killer, the answer is simple. Is it you? The man says with trembling voice. I stifle my laugh and naturally, as if shaking his hand, stick my knife into his chest. Eh? A voice shows his surprise. Even though he's about to be killed, he's sluggish enough not to move. It makes me sick this guy was calling himself a killer like that. I vomit as I slice him. Like a paper doll, he crumbles to pieces. Like a pouring bucket full of water, his blood paints my body crimson from head to toe. Drip, 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 drip. His blood drips from my hair. I let out a deep breath. Before my eyes is yet another dead body. In my hands is my steaming knife. The killer is dead, and the town is now safe like before. But that still leaves me. Even if the town returns to normal, I still remain unaffected. The killer still exists. Let's go home. Yes, I should go home. Affected as I am, I should go back to the mansion. Nothing has changed. I'll live normally as Tohno Shiki and continue the nightmare at night. Really, nothing at all. It's just a matter that instead of dream becoming a reality, it's just that I won't wake up from my dream anymore. I think I heard the faint chuckle of a small girl. It's just a trivial matter, though. I have to go to sleep and wait for my dream to continue again tomorrow night. Oh, okay. The chuckle of a small girl, huh? Okay. Merci, and now time for the 5th period lesson of the second day. The corner for the sake of the unfortunate Tohno-kun who has met yet another bad end. It's time for Teach Me, CL-sensei. Let's see, the mistake this time is... Oh no, that won't do. This event Tohno-kun is involved in right now is not something you can solve by yourself. Don't be so persistent, and trust the people around you. You should ask for their help. I don't want to see Tohno-kun become a killer. But in a few years, Shiki will be called She-Killer and will team up with the Knight of Vengeance to go hunt down the dead apostles. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Tsukihime has some sort of sequel where that is actually a thing. If it's based off, you know, based off what I know about the Fate series, it's done by the same creator, I wouldn't be surprised if they do a weird spin-off like that. Arc-san, that's just what you hope for, not a fact. Alright, Tohno-kun, ignore the person who doesn't even get one appearance in this route, and enjoy the rest of the main story. Aw, I haven't done anything wrong, so why don't I get to appear? Nya, I'm supposed to be the main heroine. Alright, so we want to go to our old man's room, probably learn more about, like, the curse and everything. What happened to my father and... or not father. My old man's room is just like it always was. Nearly all the rows of books are educational reports, and nothing catches my attention. What I want right now is my old man's journal or notes. The old man was extremely methodical. There certainly has to be something like that lying around here somewhere. Of course, they're not just lying about where anyone could see them. Maybe they're locked away somewhere. I should probably look in these desk drawers first. Using a letter opener lying on the desk, I cut the line of the drawer lock. Inside, there appears to be some old documents bundled together to what seems to be a journal. First, I'll look at the old documents. This is my family tree. Definitely. Yeah, because we got like a little bit of like hints into his actual family. Something about how like they can't stand, like they basically get triggered by things not of this world or like supernatural creatures and things like that, but not really much more than that. Right after Tohno Makahisa is written Tohno Shiki and Tohno Akiha. Huh, my old man. He adopted a son 10 years ago. But he passed away shortly thereafter. 10 years ago, that would be when I was just in elementary school. Not long ago, it's only natural I wouldn't remember. But the heads of the household have had pretty short lifespans. My old man died before he was 50, and before that, before 30 in an accident. Wow. Before that, 18 years of age? Suicide. No, wait a second. No matter how you look at it, this is strange. Looking through the family tree, all members of the Tohno household have died strangely. Madness, accidents, murder, disappearances, stillbirth. Not one of them lived a long life or even died peacefully. What? This entire document is filled with horrible fates. Even worse, most of the causes of death are madness. Most of them ended up taking their own lives. That's strange. It's just strange. But I can't exactly tell what's strange about it. Next is my old man's journal. I pick up the journal, which has a relatively new binding. Thump. My heart starts to pound. My heart seems to understand I shouldn't be opening this. But I can't turn back now. Swallowing hard, I open my old man's journal. There's a demon lurking inside the Tohno bloodline. The opening statement is in those lines. And that isn't just a simple metaphor. The ancestors of the Tohno were a mixed breed of something non-human and human. We, being their descendants, also have this element of something non-human in our blood. In regards to our blood, there are those with strong and those with weak non-human blood. Those with weak non-human blood can live their lives as ordinary people, but those with strong non-human blood can never live a normal life. Those with strong Tohno blood are born with special powers. It could be a body that is resistant to death, it could be an ability to move things without touching them, or it could be fangs used to take bodily fluids from other people. When this blood became too strong, the members of the Tohno house start to gradually lose their sanity. And the majority of the members of the Tohno house that to lose their sanity become demons that feed on human flesh. So the head of the Tohno household carries the responsibility of punishing those who have turned into such monsters. Ha! It's messed up. My old man, what was he trying to say? Writing so seriously about something that's more like a fairy tale. The journal turns more into the old man's rant. The date is roughly 9 years ago. The handwriting starts to get erratic. I am no longer able to suppress my raging blood. I was able to obtain an orphan from a family of synchronizers. So that's... I don't know if that term has been brought up yet. So that's obviously me. So this should help me strengthen my mind. However, it really is only a matter of time before I go insane. This also explains why he picked Tohno, or I should say Shiki, specifically. It's terrifying. So synchronize, I guess maybe is it because synchronize, he's able to synchronize with Makahisa and he was able to that's how he developed his abilities, or he took some of the craziness off of him? What is synchronizer? What does that mean exactly in this case? When I come to, I find I can't even remember half the day. During that time, I'm forcing my inversion impulse onto that child. Okay, this keeps up, it's only a matter of time before I completely lose my sanity and turn into a beast. Okay, so I'm forcing my inversion impulse. Didn't Akiha talk about that before? Yeah, I think she mentioned about the inversion impulse. I don't even know how much time I have left to remain as myself. No, if the child is here, I could probably last a few more years, but the child will not be able to bear that. After that child breaks, I will have to take my own life. But until then, I must protect my children. Akiha's blood is weak. Unless she wishes it herself, she doesn't have to suffer the same fate. The real problem is Shiki. That child is incredibly close to me. More than anything, I do not want that child to suffer my fate. If the Tohno blood is unnatural, I need to distance him as much as possible from the Tohno name and see how he will fare. I finish reading in a state of horror and amazement. The contents of my old man's journal are so far away from reality that it's outright bizarre. My old man didn't just have manic depression. Rather, he just became violent without his knowledge. Just like Tohno Shiki right now. No, that's wrong. The old man isn't like me. I'm like him. Fearing that, he sent me from the mansion. But now I've returned and my sleeping blood has awoken. Nonsense, all of this. I try to laugh, but find myself unable to laugh it off. The Tohno blood is mixed with the blood of something not human. Those of the Tohno blood have special powers. I can't laugh it off. Supernatural power. I've been carrying that for 8 years. Being able to perceive the death of things. My unnatural eyes. I feel like vomiting. I can't stay standing up. Hurry. I must hurry back to my room and sleep. It feels like there's something wrong with my head. Shiki-sama, you've returned already. I can hear a voice that sounds like Hisui. Shiki-sama, please, excuse me. Hisui enters my room. Please forgive me. I did not realize you'd returned, so I was unable to greet you at the door. Don't worry about it. I came early on my own. Hisui, could you leave me alone? I just don't feel like talking to anyone. Shiki-sama, are you feeling sick? I don't know. I don't understand it myself. Hisui looks at me with worried eyes. Damn, what am I doing? She's worrying about me. There's no reason to take it out on her. I'm sorry, I just feel a bit bad. I want to sleep until dinner. Is there any medicine I can take? Headache medicine would be the best. Yes, I'll go get some. Thank you for waiting. Please drink this. Before, she had like that glassy look on her face. She had that weird smile. What's her deal? What's her and Kohaku? What's their deal? Like, there's got to be something about them, right? Thank you, as always. I'm sorry. I take the water and powdered medicine she brought me. For some reason, there are 2 kinds of medicine. Huh? 2? What are they? Yes, I told my sister you were not feeling well, and she gave me some medicine she'd prescribed from your doctor. This one is to help you sleep. This one contains benzodiazepine, which probably said that wrong, which is known for being able to produce a relaxed sleep. I trust Kohaku-san, but she doesn't have to tell Hisui all this in-depth knowledge. Wow, does Kohaku-san plan on becoming a licensed pharmacist? Saying that, I drink the medicine. I drink the water to gulp down the medicine. She's got that weird look again. Apparently it works fast. I feel sleepy already. I'm going to sleep. Please, wake me up when it's dinner time. And then she's back to normal. I understand. Well, then, excuse me. Hisui leaves. My consciousness starts to fade. I'll sleep just a little bit. It's still bright out. Because it's during the day, I shouldn't see any of those horrible dreams. It'd be pretty cool if she turned out to be like a villain or something. Please excuse me. Good night, Shiki-sama. I know that's not the case, but with a bow, Hisui exits the room. I yawn heavily. I'm still just a little sleepy. Kohaku-san's medicine was pretty strong, so I spent most of dinner in a daze. It's only about 9 o'clock. I took a nap already, so it's a little early to be sleeping. At 10, the lights in the mansion are turned off. Well then, what should I do? I say this calmly, but I really have no idea what I should do. Just what are these dreams I keep seeing? Am I just like my father, who does things unconsciously? Did I really kill anyone? No, there's something not right about this interpretation. If I left the mansion and walked the streets, Kohaku-san and Hisui would definitely notice something. I can't explain the fact I wake up in my bed clean when there's so much blood splattered on me. There's only one way to know for sure. If I want to prove everything, alright, we need to go to the nighttime city. I'll walk around the night-shrouded town and find the serial killer. Then I can prove my dreams were just dreams, because if I find the killer, then all the incidents must be the work of that killer. Alright. For safety's sake, I put my knife in my pocket and start my investigation. I go out into the night-shrouded town. There isn't exactly a way to search for the serial killer. The only thing I can do is wander the streets and look for anything suspicious. Or I use myself as a decoy to bring out the killer. After what happened with Yumizuka, maybe I've become numb to danger. Since the serial killer is just a human, I can roam the streets without any nervousness. I wander around aimlessly. The time is about 11 at night. I don't see anything suspicious. The clock has by now gone past midnight. There's no use coming here. That was Arcuit's building, wasn't it? Or they might just be like reusing stock footage, but still, damn it, I don't see anyone that looks like a killer. Pants. I'm starting to get really annoyed. Why can't I find anyone like that? That's not the person. That's not the person. Oh, this is the same thing he did before, and then he's like, I'll just take anyone. Unable to stand it, I put my hand in my pocket, gripping my knife. That's not the person. 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 Eh? For a brief instant, I see the face of a man with bloodshot eyes. It's nothing. It's merely my reflection off of a show window. How stupid. Gripping my knife, breathing out of control, unconsciously acting exactly like the killer in my dreams. No. I didn't want to do these kinds of things. Damn it, what am I doing? Seriously, what am I doing? If I didn't recognize my face like that, I would really have taken anyone and tell myself it's the killer and would have killed anyone. I start to run. I can't stay here. I won't find out anything this way. There's something wrong with me. I breathe heavily. I reach my room as if running away and collapse onto my bed. In the end, I didn't solve anything. I start to get sleepy. All I can do is try to sleep deeply so that I won't dream at all. I feel like I'm being watched. With bloodshot eyes, I look at the people walking down the streets. Maybe it's because of the time. Compared to last night, there's hardly anyone around. Someone's watching me. I can't find what I'm looking for. Again, tonight, I can't find the person I'm looking for. I'm starting to get annoyed. I pant heavily. I should change my spot. I'm going to stop looking in town. I go from roof to roof and end up somewhere crowded. Looking from the roof of the highest house, I scan the streets. Don't look. There, I see a person walking alone. A woman. This time there could be no mistake. It'll be great if it's Akiha. Don't look at me. No, it really doesn't matter. Once more, I want to taste that wonderful sensation. I kill her from behind, taking care not to damage her body. Holding her long hair, I drag Akiha's body. Biting into her neck, I suck her blood. Boring. This is nowhere near as exciting as last night. If her hair is this short, it's not Akiha at all. Boring. I start to get pissed off. Even though I slice the body into pieces, I'm still mad. Imposter. This imposter pisses me off. Stop watching me. I've used up extra energy. Soon, dawn will arrive. Once it becomes morning, Shiki will awaken. I'm tired tonight. I'll start again tomorrow. Yeah, that'll do. That's what I'll do. Now then, before the morning comes, before anyone realizes, I must go back to school. Alright, so man, going through this route so fast. We're already like halfway through it? It's crazy. So still like not too much different. I had some like odd moments, like that thing with Kohaku cutting herself on the knife and like not reacting to it. I guess that's just how the servants are. They're expected to like suppress their emotions. They, you know, the moment with Hisui drinking a little bit too much, ending up in bed with her, very typical of like a romance route, but nothing really too much came from that. But she is showing a little bit more emotion than she normally does. And yeah, the continuation of like me seeing people like killing people in my sleep, but we know it's not actually me. So I feel like if we keep going at this rate, we might be able to wrap this route up in like 4 episodes, which is wild. But yeah, I hopefully, seeing as we're halfway through the route now, like it really will get more like it still feels like we're not like Hisui's like this is her route, and yet we're barely learning anything about her. Like I really hope we're gonna get some more insight into her character in future episodes. But yeah, like hopefully with us being this far in now, like we're gonna start to get like some new content. There was Shiki looking at the what's his name, Makahisa or so, like the dad, his notebook, but it was more about Shiki. Kind of information we already knew, so not really too much new information. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. So stay tuned next week for part 28. Until next time, bye guys. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Lynn's VA, Kenju Storm, iCognito, Sean, and Waz RD1.